Yo gamers, welcome back to my channel. That's right, we're back, and today we're doing something a little bit unusual than we did before. We're playing on a PvP server, and although you guys saw me doing PvP a lot, I haven't played on a social server before. It's like you start with a gun in your inventory. In this server I had full steel, and I had M4 and M24, and I had 4 times in silencers on them, and I don't think that's practical. If you anyway want to play on a PvP server, then why not to play on one that is like giving you iron gear and FAMAS M4. It's something that you face more on official servers, and I think that's really good for practice. So I switched servers to one that had iron gear. Everyone had iron gear, and you had M4 when you started, and then after the first death you had FAMAS on your inventory. And I think that was a really cool server, because that's more like how official servers are. It's like mid PvP. If you had, like in the previous server, steel and M4 M24, that means you pretty much control the server, and you didn't need it to be that to try to grind up that hard for you to get to some really good guns and stuff. So yeah, I switched to this server, and it's been really fun. Although my app recording pretty much crashed, and I've lost some 1v3, 1v2, and some really cool content. I kept playing on this server, and after I started recording, like when I realized it crashed, I think I played for like 2 more hours, and it's been really cool. So uh, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get into it. Now I tried to kill that guy, but I can't finish him. I only hit him twice, like body shot, headshot, and this guy says, "Hi there, don't shoot." So I haven't shot him, pretty much because, you know, it's PvP server, so when you spawn you already have gear and gun in your inventory, so there's nothing to lose. And this guy doesn't say anything, and that's pretty much the difference between this guy. That one said, "Hi there, don't shoot," while he was still walking, and this guy said, "Hi there, don't shoot," while he was down. And if you say that when you're down, and there's no way that someone can help you, he gets knocked out, and I take out the guy because he had his leg out and I could spot him. And my teammate had a close spawn, so I was like, yeah, why not to play with someone actually. And he proved to be a new player. He only had 40 hours into this game, and he didn't know what to do pretty much. He had, by the end of the video, he started learning a lot actually. That guy was trying to sneak between the trees and try to ambush me or something, but there's no way you can do that, because I'm used with this, and I give back a good gun to my teammate, and I let him like do something. I want to teach him something if it's possible, because having 40 hours, I really wished that I could play with someone that's got a nice experience in this game, and that's can help me, can teach me something when I only had 40 hours. I pushed this guy, but he apparently had a trap base, and he was trying to trap me. Behind me there's a steel window, and he had an autocannon, or I think automatic rifle device on it, but that's a reason why you're not placing steel window bar on behind in front of your autocannon. If you want to try the thing that he did, you gotta put iron window bar. And even if you have, like, for your shooting floor, if you're a big clan and you want to defend while you're online and people try to online raid you, like clan fights and stuff like that, you should use iron window bars, because they're a lot more comfortable for you when you're shooting out, because the enemies can shoot you easily if you're having a steel window bar, but you shooting them is gonna be hard. So use the iron window bar. So I went after that guy because I heard shots, and while I was missing, my teammate gets killed by that guy. And although I gave him an M4, I think this guy had M4s in his base, so now I'm going after him. And although I have a lot of opportunities to shoot him, I don't shoot him until he's standing still and starts looting, because usually people, when they loot, they're not really that careful about what's going around, and most of the people, and I have no idea why, they don't move when they're looting. You move, but you don't move that much, just enough to not get out of the range of the bag. And look, right now there's a bag. You should fix these bugs. That happened soon. A lot of people are saying like you're standing low, like you'd sleep and you're moving, and that's actually what happens still. It's a bug that has to be fixed in this game. That guy could easily kill me because I couldn't even see him, and I was going after this guy, but I don't know what that guy was doing. He was hitting barrels, although it's full PvP, 100 from 100 people on. Um, he was hitting barrels. But anyway, this guy stood low, which I think was really good in the scenario. I would have done same, but the difference between me was that I would have waited more for him to get up the hill, and then if he would have waited a little bit more, then I surely couldn't kill him because he had the upper hand. So that was really good for him to stand low in that case, but you have to be patient a lot more. And like I did before, when I could have shot that guy, but I waited for him to start looting, and same for this one. I want to get up this hill so that although I'm using auto aim, because there's a lot of people saying that you can't use auto aim. If you're a good player, you don't need. This guy is upgrading his base. There's a lot of stuff going on this server, and he's mating. I flanked him, and he was standing right on the corner looking to see if there's someone coming, but I flanked him and he didn't know it, and that's why I could easily kill him before he met up successfully. And now I'm trying to sneak to some guy, and he snaps me. I think I only died like 5 times in 2 hours. And this guy was actually pretty cool. Like, look what you have when you respawn. You're having a FAMAS with 200 ammo and iron gear, just like I had when I had the M4. So it was cool. I had a bag around the area. I think I put 2 bags. And yeah, I'm going back to check what this guy was doing. He's looting me, but look the reason why you don't loot while standing still. Although I only hit him 3 times, I think. He started mating, he was low HP, and I get him really easily. That's something you should do. You should pre-aim a lot when there was no other place where he could have been but there. So you should pre-aim on that guy, and as soon as you go, start shooting, although if you don't see him, because this server also had like 900 ping, and it was really hard to fight. The lag was, I don't know, it was pretty laggy, but I still had a lot of fun on the server. And now we're moving on. I think I died again in here. Yeah, I think I died. I got killed by someone, and as soon as I spawned, there was another guy, and I killed him. He killed my teammate, but I get the guy and I get another M4. To be honest, I don't think I ever died with a FAMAS on me. I always got an M4 before dying, and that was really cool. Now that I had an M4, I kept pushing. I looked for a guy, and there's a lot of action going on around this area. Look on the minimap and see how much people is shooting. There's a lot of them. I see 1, I see 2. I keep scouting the area to see what's going on, and this guy was backwards me, was looking the opposite direction, and I can easily snap him. Apparently this was his base, and he almost got into his base, and he had 2 M4, so he killed someone for sure, and that was pretty cool. I'm now focusing on to the other guy that he was fighting, because I know there was someone else, and he leaves the base, and he leaves with an unreloaded FAMAS. He only had 10 bullets. If he would have reloaded the gun, I would have died probably. And this guy misses every shot. Somehow I managed to jump above one of his bullets, and then there's another guy that shoots me. I killed 3 and there's more of them. I got a med up, so I'm 40 HP right now. I'm 14 HP. um, I'm checking what I'm doing. I got enough ammo and I can keep pushing on that guy. There's a lot of things going on when you're fighting on a server that has 100 people on and everyone got guns and stuff. You're playing a little bit more aggressive than you do, I think, on official servers, because if I was on official server and I would have seen guys fighting, I would have probably waited for someone to win the fight instead of trying to kill absolutely all of them. And after the fight would have been like a team would have won, then I tried to kill the winning team, and that would have allowed me to be a little bit, would have taken some pressure from my shoulders, I guess. But it's a PvP server, so I don't mind pushing really hard into people, and I killed 4 guys, and that was really cool. And now I keep going on, and there's another guy who's just spinning around. He didn't really know what to do. I see a guy in the grass because I think I'm using medium rendering. I'm not using the biggest one because that would have, oh, there's another guy in there. And everywhere you would have looked, there's a lot of people. I was staying around this area pretty much because it was the most intense on PvP. There were some people on chat saying where is the PvP at, but usually it's somewhere on this area, like bomb shelter and this part. That's where most of the people are for PvP, because it's a large open area and you can see people a lot easier. My teammate gets knocked down and I go to pick him up, and I keep checking around. If you're picking a teammate, you really gotta check around to see if there's anyone else coming, because you're really exposed, especially if you're in an open area like this. I only had a small cliff on my front, but there's still a lot of places where you can shoot me from. And I spot a guy that was on the road, and I'm trying to tell my teammate that there's a guy, he should not go in the open and expose himself, because if he's on the road, he's probably hitting barrels or something like that, and you probably wanna wait and let him come to you. But when I realized that he was going on the opposite direction, I went after him, and that's right, he was hitting barrels on 100 from 100 people on, everyone having decent guns, really accurate guns, and he was hitting barrels. But whatever, we push him, we lose him from the side, and I don't know why I thought he was right here hiding behind that small stone, but no, he pushed further and he was fighting someone else. And as soon as I saw that he was taking damage, I knew that it's the right time for me to shoot him as well, and I easily downed him because he was already low and the other guy was already low as well, so it was pretty much an easy kill. And look at that, my teammate got him. I haven't shot him at all and my teammate got him. I felt pretty good right now because I finally felt like my teammate is doing something. He starts learning, he's able to kill people right now. Although he's only having 40 hours, he's becoming pretty good. And there's another guy in here, and although auto-aim doesn't really work in my favor, and he hits me I think 3-4 times, and he can't kill me yet. So I just back off because he had the shotgun trap over there. You can easily bait shotgun traps, but I didn't care about that at the moment because I don't need to raid. I don't want to door camp anyone. I'm just want to play. I want to have fun, and I think it was really cool server, and I recommend you guys play on it. You should check for PvP servers because there's a lot of them. If you don't want to be 100 from 100 population, there's a lot that are around 50, 40, and he kills another one. I think he was the same guy, but he came out naked. And there's another guy that tries to sneak on us. He was hiding behind a tree, and when he saw my teammate, he was going straight towards him. He hadn't seen me. I think I mostly killed a bunch of people because I spot them first instead of them spotting me first. And I think there's three really important things that you have to be aware in this game. First, you gotta shoot decently. You don't need to just spray the gun until you run out of ammo. You gotta make sure that the bullets are gonna hit the enemy. Then is the ground that you fight. If you saw me, you realize that I'm actually choosing to fight on terrains that have like hills, that have rocks where you can hide, and that allows you to pretty much be successful. It allows you to ambush, it allows you to hide in case you're ambushed and stuff like that. And the last thing is that you gotta spot the enemies. It's really important, because if they spot you first, you're probably gonna die, because unless you have teammates that are gonna back you up, that's I don't know. So these three things are really important in this game. You gotta work on them a lot. You have to spot the enemy, to choose when to fight him. If you spotted him and he doesn't saw you, you can choose the place where you're gonna fight him. Make sure there's no rocks in front of you, there's no hills where he can hide and stuff like that. And three, you gotta shoot him. You don't need to just spray your gun. You gotta make sure, depending on what type of gun you're using. I prefer, just like the server offered me, a FAMAS or an M4. That's my two favorite gun, and the QBZ2, because these guns are really accurate. I'm not really a fan of AKM, although it's a really good gun for close range fights and stuff like that. And look, now my teammate got another one, although he did like two last hits into this guy, or even one. He is able to kill him, which is really cool, because he starts having a pretty good aim. He starts learning. He's after me pretty much all the time. He is fighting in team, and he's learning a lot, and I feel like that was really cool. And I felt good to know that he's actually able to learn something in the time we played together and stuff like that. And he gets shot. Well, if you're 2v1, always when one gets shot, if you can't shot him, best thing is flanking him. You'd get a better angle on him, and also he's not gonna expect, and he's also gonna like get some he's gonna stress himself. He won't know what to do. He's gonna panic and stuff like that. So pushing is really good when you're 2v1, but make sure you don't push in a matter that's dangerous for you and you can get killed, and always try to have some cover. I was pushing around that rock, and I knew that if he shoots, I can easily headshot him if he's going above, and if he went on the side, I easily had the ground advantage and I could headshot him pretty easy. And now there's another one. He's coming back, and my teammate is fighting him, and he killed him all alone. So that was really cool. Only 40 hours in this game, and he already starts to learn a lot. I want to get rid of these guys back. I think it was same a guy that kept respawning and stuff like that. And there was a guy on my right, and I couldn't see him, unfortunately. I was more like paying attention to where the shots came from towards my teammate, and this guy is taking me down. So yeah, that was really cool. That was really funny, and I really enjoyed it. And which better way to end the video than getting killed by the guy you played with? Like, it was really funny, guys. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification button, because your support means a lot to me. And tell me in the comments if you like this type of videos, and I hope I'll see every single one of you in the next one. Peace out.